Do you guys think it's a possibility that Sarada put a Genjutsu on Ada and Daemon?
For sure. One of the things I was thinking about as soon as I seen the Mangekyou Sharingan pop up was obviously Kodo Matsukami. I skipped past the whole Tsukiyomi thing. Kodo Matsukami would be more of like a thing where in the next chapter we'll figure out that Daemon didn't actually grab their necks. It's really just what Daemon thinks he did. And really, he's just under a Genjutsu. Next chapter, he really grabbed Ada's neck. Like stuff, I could see stuff like that
Mm,
happening with her Genjutsu. I think that's one of the only things that we don't fully know. Like, this could be a weakness for Daemon. It could just be Genjutsu. It could be the fact that, hey, if you disrupt his chakra flow to his brain, all of his actual crazy abilities gets all messed up. He doesn't really know what to do. So Genjutsu, I think, is for sure possible.
That's actually crazy. I wouldn't mind it being a Genjutsu, but as wild as this sounds, I don't think it is. And I think Damon just showcased his speed and power. And it was like Sarada. It might be revealed that she was trying to do something. Like we're gonna have to see, but like I think she activated it simply because she saw like, nah, he's moving. I can't keep up with him. Let me activate my Sharingan to see if I can keep up with those. Sharingan, you know. So I don't know, man. But it would be interesting if it's maybe a Genjutsu, like an OP or a special Genjutsu, or maybe like somehow linked to her left eye ability, and they're revealing it that way. That's a safe way. I'm leaning on the fact that Ada simply calls Daemon off and everybody just powers down next chapter. But Genjutsu is crazy, and I wouldn't like. How am I going to argue against Sarada pulling that off against Daemon? If she pulls that off against Daemon, y'all don't want to hear me. So let's just hope she does it. Let's just say that.
If you'd asked me the most realistic situation, I think it's what Black Witch had just discussed, where it's like the moment Daemon moved or it seemed like he was taking a step, she activated her Mangekyou Sharingan. I think that was just out of a reaction type of thing. Like she was going to do that because she understands if she's going to actually fight against Daemon or if he's actually a threat, she better have her Mangekyou Sharingan. I think this is a learning experience, something I've pretty much talked heavily about with Sarada. But
yeah. So she activated it as soon as my guy took a step, man. So and it's cold because he's like, yeah, bro, you just tried to do something, man. I don't know if he's warning her, like, be careful about with your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Remember, if you think too crazy, it might bounce back at you. Or he's just like, listen, shorty, I know you just hype off of that last mission, all that power you just unleashed, but it don't mean nothing if you can't unleash it. You know, which is true. It don't mean nothing if you can't unleash it.
Yeah, it's true. It's kind of interesting that he didn't talk about the actual potency of her ability. Like, you know, when Cold got his limiters removed, it's like it's like I want you to get your ability so I could show you. Like, it doesn't mean anything. With Sarada, it's like I'm not gonna let you get the ability off type of thing. It's like I'm not gonna let you do it.
I did allude to the idea, like, is this a slight upscale with Daemon possibly saying like, hey, your ability active might be a problem for me, but if you're not able to use it, it doesn't mean anything to me. Like you can take it as him saying it like that as well. Like, well, hey, be careful now. That's a little dangerous thing you just tried to do, even for me.
Yeah.
I look at it like that. To be honest, I mean, we talked about it before. I mean, first things first, we understand that Sarada is insanely overpowered. Like we understand it. And to be honest, I don't necessarily mind it, but regardless. You could ask me. I think Ryu beats Code, an unlimited Code. So, like, if that's the case, if we're going off those power scales, like, this makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Ryu is mopping up Code. Easy. Yeah. Sarada's doing the same. She's dusting that man 4-0 sweep. Possibly a gentleman's on a good day for Code, but yeah.
But also, Damon's fighting style is interesting, too. Like, the first thing he does is have his palms, like, land on other people. So, like, his what's called his abilities automatically active now.
Yeah,
that was one of his drawbacks, I believe. Even though I disagree with that because we've seen him use his ability even when he wasn't touching other people. But they say he has to be touching other people for his ability to actually work.
I think it's with the touch, it's physical, but with the intent, it's like he doesn't have to touch people. You know what I'm saying? So like, if an ability can be launched without any intent, it's still gonna fly towards him. Or if the intent wasn't initiated towards him, he's still in the line of sight. It's still going to fly towards him. But if he's touching someone, it won't affect him. So like with Kawaki, like with his blast, remember when Code pulled him out? when Code pulled out Daemon, like the blast was still going towards Code and Daemon, but once it landed, it just automatically landed on Kawaki. But with intent, like when Kawaki was sitting on the couch and Daemon sitting on the couch and he's just chilling, and Kawaki thought about slapping him, and then all of a sudden Kawaki got slapped. It's like, yeah. Or like when Daemon first popped up and he's walking after he done beat up all these other people, and the dude he reaches for his axe, and all of a sudden his head falls off. It's like he thought about chopping his head off.
Well, I'm confused. So which ability you said it's just the reflection that works once he's touching people?
I think no, I'm saying he reflects anything physically coming at him when he's touching people. But he reflects the intent and thoughts when you're like, you know, I don't know if there's a condition. I think personally when he's looking at you, he's reflecting all of your intents or thought, or possibly whenever you're looking at him, maybe. But we've only seen him reflect physical attacks when he's touching other people, but we've seen him reflect thoughts. And it's like the time when Kabuki thought about slapping him, and Boruto was like, what the hell was that? And Kabuki was like, I thought about pummeling him. And then all of a sudden Kabuki got punched in the face, you know? So he reflects intent. And then Amato, because when Amato first brings up the ability, he talks about reflecting physical attacks and Daemon having to touch people. And then once they make it into the house where Ada and Daemon pulls up, Amato also adds on, he's like, you can't, and that's the whole reason why Kawaki thought about it, because he was like, let me test it out. Because Amato added on, also, he was like, be careful what you think about him. He doesn't just reflect, you know, physical attacks, but your thoughts and intentions as well. The stronger the intent to kill, you know, like Ada said, the stronger the reflection.
Damn, this is crazy.
Yeah, bro. He got. I take it as like, yeah, he got two separate abilities, and yeah, I don't know. They got to go more into it, bro. They really have to get some more explanations. Regardless,
what I would say though, isn't Sarada like invulnerable to her own Mangekyou Sharingan abilities? Like
invulnerable? What do you mean?
Like she wouldn't be affected by the gravity.
Yeah, I don't think like it wouldn't like devour her. Like she would just fly if she wants to fly. So yeah, she's invulnerable to it. So I think activating that gravity is something that probably would have immobilized Daemon, and he probably wanted to stop that because he knows there's no intent behind making him float, and then he could just be there possibly. So, but if she I feel like if she thought about, like, my whole thing is like, you know, when he's walking up and then he activates her Sharingan, and then she activates her Sharingan before he jumps and stuff. Like, I feel like if she would have thought about using Ohirume at that moment, she would have got atomized, you know what I'm saying, by her own black hole, or like something would have happened to her if she would have thought about doing that to Daemon, as opposed to just thinking about activating gravity around everyone, you know?
Yeah, it's possible. That's possible. The only thing I would say at this particular point, all due respect to Sarada, I think it's likely done. The only thing that she could probably do right now is talk no jutsu.